Circumstances made me what I am. Was I born a violent man? Circumstances made me what I am. Everyone should understand. Circumstances made me what I am. Was I born a violent man? Circumstances made me what I am. Everyone should know. It sounds strange, might sound foolish, but things ain't getting better. Every day another fall victim to the beretta. Why is there so much violence killing me one another? Let us learn to love and let that light shine brighter. Bad influence you influence the youth and get slaughtered. As bad man used to be, the respect the father. It's like no eyes don't realize the times get harder. Me talk all night without my mind and still is laughter. Circumstances made me what I am. Was I born a violent man? Circumstances made me what I am. And everyone should know himself. When I try to cope, tell myself there is hope. It seems like the biggest joke. And as I put down the gun, still the last must run. I know employment can't come. And me a jam and a cool, want go back in a school. The system lick me. There's no hope for those who have not from the slum. Take the little much we have still hunting me down. I'm begging to show some love. When we get back, he replies, circumstances made me what I am. Was I born a violent man? Circumstances made me what I am. And everyone should know, when I know little cry, mama cry, papa cry too. Show all the boy with a heart and that couldn't do. You know them finding job with a Smith and Wesson. 6 weeks and change now, me a remiss. Why so much violence? Too much violence. It hurts my soul and I won't keep silent. Circumstances made me what I am. That was his reply, I cry. Circumstances made me what I am. Everyone should know. May some strange might look foolish, but things ain't getting better. Every day another fall victim to the beretta. Why is there so much violence killing me one another? Let us learn to love and let that light shine brighter. Bad influence you influence the youth and get slaughtered. As bad man used to be, them respect the father. It's like no eyes don't realize that times get harder. I talk at night with all my mind and still is laughter. Circumstances made me what I am. Was I born a violent man? Circumstances made me what I am. And everyone should know now. And when I try to cope, tell myself there is hope. It seems like the biggest joke. And as I put down the gun, collateral must run. I know employment can't come. And me a think about cool, want go back in a school. The system lick me. There's no hope for those who have not from the slum. Take the little much we have, still hunting we done. Only we show some love, only we get back some now. Circumstances made me what I am. Was I born a violent man? Circumstances made me what I am. Every man should know. Oh, circumstances made me what I am. Was I born a violent man?
Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. Good afternoon. You are listening to The Proven Truth with your brother and host, Anthony Brown. You are tuned into The Proven Truth with your brother and host, Anthony Brown. Coming to you live from the studio of Radio Gumbo Creole here in the beautiful territory of New Orleans, Louisiana. It's a beautiful day outside today. It's on a bit on the chilly side, but however, it's still a beautiful day. You know, for this we're actually having a winter season here in New Orleans, Louisiana. It's the first for a very long time, or at least since I've been here in any way. You know, the weather feels somewhat like winter weather, you know. Again, you are tuned into The Proven Truth with your brother and host Anthony Brown. To participate in the program, to let your voice be heard, you can dial 504-303-8922. Again, to let your voice be heard, to participate in the program, you can dial 504-303-8922. You can also listen to us. And people do ask the question, can I actually dial this number on my phone? Yes, you can. You can dial this number, 712-432-7883. You can dial that number like you're making a regular call, and you can listen to the program. You can also listen to us on the web by going to www.radiogombocreole.net. That's radiogombocreole.net. You can also check us out live on Facebook. We live stream this program, this and every show on Facebook. And you can stop by and check us out at Anthony Brown for Assessor 2017. That's Anthony, Anthony Brown, BROWN for Assessor, ASSESSOR 2017. This program and every other program is archived. And if you wish to view our previous show that you missed, or just to check on the topics or the issue that we've been discussing for the past couple months since our inception, you can check the YouTube channel at The Proven Truth Anthony Brown. You type in The Proven Truth, host Anthony Brown, and you will see a list or a variety of topics that we talked about previously. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessing of liberty to ourselves and our prosperity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. The United States of America Constitution. All government of right originates with the people, is founded on their will alone, and is instituted to protect the rights of the individual and for the good of the whole. Its only legitimate ends are to secure justice for all, preserve peace, protect the rights, and promote the happiness and general welfare of the people. The Constitution, Louisiana Constitution, 1974 edition, which is still, let no one fool you, which is still in full force and effect as I sit here today. It's still in full force and effect. Look for me in the whirlwind or the storm. Look for me all around you. For with God's grace I shall come and bring with me countless millions of black slaves who have died in America and the West Indies, and the millions of Africa and millions in Africa to aid you in the fight for liberty, freedom, and life. Marcus Mosiah Garvey. To my brother, I say, I cannot wait for that day or that point in time when we have our ancestors here guiding us spiritually. Marcus Mosiah Garvey. There is a few of us, black people, here in America and all over the diaspora, who is black conscious. A very few. We have black people among us who fail to recognize that connection with black people and with Mother Africa. Fail to recognize that. They are the first one to tell you, look, I'm an American, amen, and so let it be. I've never been to Africa. I don't want to go to Africa. I'm an American. I'm an African American. Whatever. Can you be an African? What is an African American? That should be the question, a matter of fact. What is an African American? Or who is an African American? An African is an Africaner, and an American is an American. Can you be two of the same or one in the same? And look, for you smart asses out there, I don't want to hear about dual citizenship or you can have two nationality. That ain't what we're talking about. What we are talking about labeling. Where else in the world you go and you see black people refer to themselves as Caribbean African or African Caribbean or European blacks, or you get my drift? Only in America. But because we don't understand the indoctrination of the labeling throughout the decades, we sit back and accept it as, at one point in time, brothers and sisters, you black conscious ones, you were Negroes. At one point in time, you was referred to as Negroes. At one point in time, you was referred to as slaves. At one point in time, you were referred to as African American. And every half a century or thereabout, the title or the label has been changed. Again, when we speak about black and being black conscious, there's a movie out right now, The Black Panther. And it's surprising to see how mainstream media and a lot of us black folk is basically feel some type of pride in the movie. We feel again like we have arrived, or like the true story have been told through the movie, not recognizing that story have been passed down from generation to generation, and in some cases have been hidden. Now, the beautiful thing about the truth, brothers and sisters, you cannot hide the truth. The truth must come to light. Don't care how you try to distort it. Don't care how much you try to cover it up. Don't care how much you try to rewrite the truth. The truth have a miraculous way of coming out into the light. So, when they used to tell you back in the day, or when you used to go to the public school or whatever, that only thing come out of Africa is uncivilized people or human being. you should tell them to go to hell. But I understand the reason why you cannot tell them to go to hell, because you yourself don't know it. And that is the reason why, as your brother, someone who love you, I won't curse you, belittle you, or make you feel less of a person, because I am fully aware of the great divide. You was brainwashed, my brothers and sisters. You were. And today, a lot of you still are. We recognize our ancestors, the people who came before us, the people who, in some cases, fought for freedom to the extent that they were executed, they were murdered. Some came here in bondage, here meaning North America, in bondage, and refused from staying in bondage, so they fought and they fought, and they prefer to give up life as we know it than to be reduced to a mere product. And to those ancestors, we say much love. To those ancestors, we say may your spirit and your soul rest in peace. To those ancestors, we thank you. When we talk about black people or our ancestors, we make reference to the like of a Marcus Mosiah Garvey, a Nanny from the Maroon, a Paul Bogle, a Fred Hamilton, a Maurice Bishop, a Malcolm X, a Carter G. Wilson, a Harriet Tubman, a Thomas Sankara, a Bookman Duty, a Toussaint Louverture, a Jack Dessalines. For those of you brothers and sisters who don't know these ancestors, the first step was for me to give you these names. That's the information part of this program. That's the information part of this program. That's one of our objectives here. Now, if you want to be educated, you're going to have to take that baton and run the next lap of this race or this marathon. You're going to have to go and do some research. Find out who Marcus Mosiah Garvey was, what he stands for. Now, we will be talking in the future about a lot of these people individually. But again, once you gain certain information for yourself, you will tend to appreciate it more. Appreciate it more. How can you call yourself a black man or a black woman and you have no sense of purpose or pride or a history? You take everything that they give you in these public schools, these indoctrination, and you swallow it, and you take it to bed, you cuddle it, then you give it to your offspring. That's the reason why we as a race, we as a people, fall short. Because we don't understand or know where we are coming from, or the sacrifice that was made for us to be here as a people. We don't know. And it's sad. We are living in a territory, New Orleans, Louisiana. We are living in the territory of New Orleans, Louisiana, where we have the highest incarceration rate, the highest unemployment rate of black males, the worst state of corruption, the largest wealth gap for people of color, the worst public school. And what is the percentage of black elected officials to whites? Our former, well, let's say our, you know what I mean, the former mayor of New Orleans, Ray Nagin, is serving time in federal prison as we speak. And I think one of his mistakes during his time as the as the mayor was to make the comment that he wanted New Orleans to be once again a chocolate city. Now, look, whatever the brother meant by that, I cannot speak on his behalf. But as someone who is black conscious and who loves black people, I can see where his mind was at the time. I can see that, I can appreciate it. But at the same time, you have to understand, if we as black people don't have love for self, don't recognize our ancestors, don't recognize Mother Africa as the birthplace of civilization, what good are we to our own self? What good are we as a people? What good are we to our kids and our grandkids? Yesterday, I was viewing a clip on Facebook. And here you have a church full. A matter of fact, it was apparently it was an event. They call it Louisiana Judicial Council. And the Louisiana Judicial Council was apparently in a church, or was participating in a church service. And the mic was given. There was a special seating here for these members of the judiciary, people with status, people, black people who have arrived. These people, every single one that stand and state the name was black. The group was around roughly 15, anywhere between 15 and 20. And these was all black people wearing the robe, calling themselves judges. So here we have a group of black officials, members of the judiciary, members of the Louisiana Judicial Council, calling them, standing up and giving to the member of the church the name, the title, where they practice law or where they sit on the bench. Now the truth about it, brothers and sisters, to be honest with you, if I was a member of that church and I walk inside the door and see so many judges sitting in one spot or sitting in my church, I'm getting the hell out. I ain't staying inside here. I don't want lightning strike my ass inside here with them. Let lightning strike me alone outside the church, but not inside the church. Here we have these black members of the judiciary feeling so proud within themselves that they have arrived. They are here to pray. Pray to who? And for what? we have the highest incarceration rate in the territory of Louisiana. The ratio of black judges to white judges is 8-2. Who is putting all these black people? Now, look, it's not only black people, I understand, but again, we are speaking from our perspective. We don't give a damn about the white man right now. We are talking about our perspective. The white man can talk about his own perspective. We are talking about ours. So we are saying that the ratio here is 2-1. The ratio here is 2-1. So if you have more black judges on the benches, right, and the incarceration rate too is roughly the same. You have more black people sitting inside these prisons and jailhouses more than you have whites. I will put it to you that one of the first, without even talking about the law or why black people find themselves in court or get these outrageous sentences, is because, one, when they go in front of these so-called judges, these people that have on these black robes and call themselves judges, when a black person go in front of a black judge, that black judge don't see you as a brother or a sister or somebody who he need to show love and sympathy to. No, they don't. They don't. They really don't. They look at you as the enemy or someone who is not in the category or someone who is not worthy of sympathy or compassion or love. That's the first thing. You walk inside that courtroom and they look for you. They look at you like they are white on the bench and you black. That's how they look at you. That's how they look at you. And if you ever have a name like an Anthony Brown and go inside these courts and try to talk to these black judges like you know more than them, or you want to say, you say to them, look, I know you're a judge, can you call yourself a judge? And I know you went to these institutions of higher learning, but I think what you're saying is wrong. Oh my God. It makes matters worse. Make matters worse. So what am I saying here, family? What your brother saying here? It doesn't matter that we have black elected officials. If those black elected officials ain't connected to the masses, what good it is for us to have black elected officials? It is better somebody put a gun to my head and say, give me your money, I'm robbing you. I used this analogy already. And I'm going to use it again. Just to emphasize how important an issue or a statement or a relation or correlation this is. When you have somebody, family, who you know, look, if you walk inside a courtroom and you see a white judge, you expect that based on sheer racism, okay, that judge gonna render you injustice. You expect that. You know, living in the society that we live in the geographical landmass that we live in, we expect things like this. It's not right, but we expect it. It's the same Especially like we talked about a few weeks ago when we talked about Barack Obama. People talking about, look, we expect certain things from certain people. And we don't expect certain things from other people. When you walk into a judge, into a courtroom, and the judge is black, again, follow me. I'm not saying for all of you crazy nuggets out there, I'm not saying that the judge, because he's black or she's black and you black, the judge supposed to, if you did something wrong, supposed to say, okay, man, give you a slap on the wrist or don't exercise his or her judicial authority. I'm not saying that. Let's not get this misconstrued. But what am I saying? A lot of these cases that we call that people go inside these courts for and get convicted for and lose their livelihood for and lose the possession, the money, the time, the freedom for, it's bullshit. There's no reason for this mass incarceration here in Louisiana or even America. There's none. But until you as a people, until we as a people, black or white, recognize the deep-rooted principle behind this whole issue of incarceration, then you will recognize what's truly going on. You will see it for what it is and what is not. It's not about equal rights or about the law. It's about this capitalistic system that we are living in, our society that we are living in. It's about the money, bottom line. And we're going to show it to you. We've been showing it to you for some time now, and we're going to continue to show it to you. When you walk inside these courtrooms, when you think that the person that sits on the bench, that call themselves a judge, is going to dispense justice, my brother, you need to go outside and come back again. Because that's not what you're getting. Worse when the case is against a member of the judiciary or a member or a branch of government. If you go inside a courtroom, understand the mindset now. If you go inside the courtroom and you have two average Joe come off of the street, one cars the other arm, and they go inside the courtroom, that judge will readily accept or want to give you a jury trial, or won't oppose a jury trial, meaning won't oppose having 12 persons inside the box, what they call of your peers. But if that case is about anybody in any other branch of government, to include the judiciary, or any political ties that they may have, you're going to get hell inside these courtrooms. How many of you know that today is what? Today is the 8th. Okay, so 1, 2, in the next 2 weeks' time, a matter of fact, how many of you out there listening to my voice know that Thursday this coming Saturday is early voting? How many of you know that there's even an election going on? How many of you know that the 24th of this month we got people that's on the ballot running for state representative? We got people on the ballot running for the Louisiana 4th Circuit Court of Appeal. We have people on the ballot running for Division A Civil District Court. How much do you know that? I guess not many. Why? Because when you come on to these races, judicial races, it's low key, and it's low key for a purpose and an intent. Let me share something with you, brothers and sisters. As I just said a while ago, there is an election coming up in another 2 weeks' time. There is candidates out there vying for Division AC, Civil District Court, Orleans Parish, that was left vacant by Tiffany Chase. She elevated to the 4th Circuit Court of Appeal. Yesterday, you have this candidate by the name of Richard Perk. Richard Perk is an attorney here in New Orleans. He is trying to fill that seat on the Civil District Court. Now, as a candidate on the ballot, looking to or running for public office, you would think that that candidate would be readily accessible to the general public, to people who he wants to vote him to public office. You would think that. You would think that when these want-to-be politicians go on certain stations, that the station would say to them, look, people calling in want to ask a question, you're running for public office, it's a requirement that you answer these people questions, or we're going to take calls. At least you would expect that from the host of the program. Now here we have Richard Perk. We're gonna dive in a little bit to who Richard Perk is, but I'm just setting up the stage for you, family. Yesterday on WBOK, 12:30, on the AM band, Richard Perk was on the air speaking. Would you believe that they didn't receive or accept no call from the general public? Oh, do I know that? Because I call them. I got other people who call them. Because we had questions from Mr. Perk. But they know his connection, his political connection out there. And they know that if people was allowed to call in and ask questions, he would either did what is superintendent of, what I'm calling police, Harrison, did when he went to WBOK and grassroots and people, concerned people, citizens call him in, he run his ass out of the station or for the year. Now here we have a Richard Perk who is trying to run for office, who wants to be a judge, Orleans Parish Civil District Court Division A, and won't take questions from the general public. Now, look, try to wrap this around your head in a family. Here is somebody already showing you his colors. You can imagine, he's not yet a judge, he's not on the bench, he's looking to elevate to the bench, and already you cannot even talk to this guy or approach this guy. And you want to be a judge? Why didn't you accept the calls from the public, Mr. Richard Perk? Why didn't you accept the call? Was it prearranged before you went on the station? Look, I'm not taking no calls. Was it prearranged? And if it was prearranged, I think there's a lot of blame to go around. Because there is no way in hell somebody going to be calling the proven truth or running for office, coming on this platform right here what we have, which is the people's platform, and you running for public office, and you won't accept telephone calls from the people who you want to put in office. And the same people who, should you be successful and get the seat, going to be rendering judgment against. You're crazy, man. Just thinking about it, my tummy turn. Who the hell is this guy? This guy wants to be a judge. Look, family. You see the arrogance of these people who call them God themselves judges? They didn't just go on the bench and get so arrogant. Use a Richard Perk. A Richard Perk. No. Is he special? Why is he special? Because the Louisiana political machine is backing him? So he think that because the Louisiana political machine is backing him, like the likes of Ike Spears is backing him, can just sit his ass back? I know that the political machine guaranteed Richard Perk the seat. The Louisiana political machine, headed by Cedric Richmond, Ike Spears, Blake Buttigieg, and some other foot soldiers, to include foot soldiers within the judiciary, promised a Richard Perk the seat. We know this. But by God, Mr. Richard Perk, you could still at least play like you wasn't promised a seat. You could at least take a couple calls and act like you ain't got no sense when the questions are being asked. You see what I'm talking about? But you're so goddamn arrogant, you think you can just, oh, look, that's my seat. Why? Because you think if you don't get the seat, or they don't allow you to win, your mother, the federal judge, gonna roll like thunder on the federal bench? Huh? Mr. Richard Perk? Family, let me tell you guys who Richard Perk is. Now, before I tell you who Richard Perk is, this is what we say on this program. We are not here to endorse no one. We don't endorse people on this program running for public office. More so people who haven't been out there in the trenches with us, who we know for a fact, if or should they reach elected official or gain the seat to which they seek, they ain't gonna be siding or taking the people best interest in heart. There's a few candidates out there. Well, the truth about it, there's only one person out there right now, away from myself, that I would ever endorse. And it's my brother. This is a young warrior. This is a black warrior from New Orleans, by the name of Nooniman Beldan Baptiste. For those of you who know my brother. My brother going to be on the ballot come November 6th, challenging that guy Cedric Richmond, the godfather of the political machine. Here and the ballot for March 24th. We don't only have a Richard Perk. But we have this black sister too, you know, and look, we have this black sister, but on the ballot. You know something? Look, we're going to talk about this black sister yet. I ain't going to talk about her. Or at least not today. Not today. Not today. Not today. But understand this family. Understand where I'm coming from. We have a problem. We have a serious state of affair here in Louisiana. When there is a conflict, it doesn't matter what the conflict is about. We have a system by which we try to have that conflict litigated or arbitrated or resolved or quashed. And the branch of government that we go to have that conflict, whatever it is, quashed, is the judiciary. Is the judiciary. That's the branch of government that we go to. Now, if you cannot go to the judiciary, to that branch of government, and get justice, or if in the process of you going there, you say to yourself, oh my God, your head start to hurt you, your belly start to twine. What good is the judiciary? What good is the judiciary? When we have people, man, I said I wasn't going to touch her, but come on. When you have people like a Harrison, what's her first name? She's also on the bench. I'm coming back to Richard Perkins. But I'm just proving a point. I'm just trying to prove a point right here. We have this black sister right here. You know, I refer to her as a sister. I don't, you know what I mean, because she's black. Her first name is what? Therese or Therese Harrison. Now, I've encountered this Miss Harrison out there in the public before several times. I've seen her on social events. I've seen her in the courtroom. And every single time I see this female, she have a nasty disposition about her. She do. She have a nasty disposition about her. I'm not going to go into the fact that she, well, right before she ran for or was on the ballot, she had a case where she pulled a firearm or pulled her pistol on some other cat. I ain't going to go into that because, you know what I mean, the truth about it, I personally don't know the full circumstances surrounding that whole issue. But to be honest with you, the first time I heard about that, it didn't take me by surprise. I wasn't surprised. Because I see her out there in the public several times. A matter of fact, one of the last time I saw her, too, we was doing a demonstration at on Gravier Street. What was the number? 955 Gravier Street. The headquarters of CivicSource.com, that criminal organization who Mitch Lanjo and Errol G. Williams and Stacey Head and all them is a part of. That same company who is when I say Stacey Head is a part of it, Stacey Head get contribution from them. She's a part of it too. That same company who is illegally selling auctioning people property here in New Orleans, creating the vastest homeless population. But let's go back to Miss Harrison. That was the last time I saw her. And there we were out there protesting against this criminal organization, civicsource.com. Right? She is walking past with her, look like, you know, she have a binder on the arm, between her arm, on her arm. And somebody called to her. Man, if you ever see the reaction, the way how she reacted to the person who called to her, just saying hi, just giving her a pamphlet, she have a nasty, dirty disposition. Why am I mentioning that? She is now vying, she is now on the ballot, looking to fill Tiffany Chase seat on the bench. Now here we have somebody running for public office, the judicial branch of government, Therese Harrison, and she's unapproachable. Now, as I said before, family, listen to what I'm saying carefully, you know. I'm talking off experience. This is not hearsay, as determined legally. I'm talking off of my personal first-hand experience about this black female right here that's on the ballot right now, running to full the seat and the civil district court bench. I saw this young lady, or this black female, several times in different settings throughout New Orleans. I saw her in the court a couple of times. As a matter of fact, I saw her in the court arguing a case. I saw her in the court sitting down in the general era, not arguing a case. I saw her in social events all over the place, Castle Hill Boulevard, all over the place. I saw her doing my political activism out there. So I'm telling you. And every time I see this female, her whole demeanor, her whole approach is one of disdain. I cannot actually, look, I never see her smile before. I never. Now she's running for office, she's smiling. She's running for office right now, and she have a big man, her teeth, I don't know her teeth was, look, goddamn, her teeth whiter than my teeth. I was told I have beautiful teeth. I was told by many beautiful teeth, but looking at her picture right now, running for office, she look like her teeth is more beautiful than mine. I'm not jealous of her. No, I'm not. I'm just saying. Here is somebody running for judgeship. And she's unapproachable already. She's unapproachable. You see what I'm talking about? So just imagine she become victorious to fill that seat on the bench. Look, maybe you can't even go inside the goddamn courtroom if she's a judge. I'm telling you. And maybe at that time, as a judge, maybe at that time, she not only have her pistol, but she could have her shotgun around next to her. No, mind, look, I'm a good lover myself. I stay packing. And that's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about the fact that she had this incident before she ran for office, or before she that she had also clear up before she qualified for the position. I'm not talking about that. Because, again, maybe in her position, I would have done the same thing. I stay packing, brothers and sisters. I don't left my 9 or my 45. And is that the Second Amendment what tell me about that? It's my God. My God tell me I'm right to keep and be around. That's why I keep and be around. I'm not criticizing about that. What I'm talking about is her whole demeanor, her nasty, dirty disposition towards the general public. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, brothers and sisters. I know she wants to run for public office. That's what I'm talking about. You see? They smile with you. They give you their resume. And they say, look, this is who I'm at, who I am. Just because, and once they win that goddamn seat, man, you can't even talk to them. If you want to, if you want to talk to them or see them, you got to make an appointment. Go through 2 or 3 different secretaries or assistants. And then they're going to be weeks or months down the road. Let's go back to Richard Perk. Richard Perk, and again, it's the same concept. She's so unapproachable. No, look at this. She's unapproachable. Richard Perk is making himself unavailable. You like that? Yeah. Richard Perk is making himself unavailable. Here goes Richard Perk on a radio show, on a radio program, telling people about his glorious work as an attorney in family court or whatever. Right? Even to the point where he's bragging about his mother, who is also a part of the Louisiana political machine, who failed to answer question. Now, again, I think in this instant, there is, because I've been on the show before. I've been on that radio station before, WBOK myself. I've been on that radio station before. And while I was there, people call and ask me questions. And I always encourage that. I love when people ask me questions. You know why? Because if I don't know, I'm going to get the answer. And in doing so, I'm going to be much smarter than I was before you asked the question. So the radio station had an obligation to the public, to John Public. The radio station had an obligation to John Public to ensure that whatever candidate they brought on the station would be accessible to the public. You follow me? And if a candidate fails to answer questions from the public, then I think moral and etiquette should say or should stand as precedent and say, no, why should you come on this program unless you have something to hide? Unless you have something to hide. But why should you come on this program and fail to take questions from the general public? And at the same time, you're on this program, you're asking the general public to vote for you. You see the arrogance? You see the arrogance in that, brothers and sisters? You see the hypocrisy? You see the mockery? No, if you can be hiding as a candidate, just imagine when you're a judge, what you going to do? Or when you start to call yourself a judge, because you're no goddamn judge. Richard Perk is a puppet. Listen to me carefully, family. And again, you are listening to The Proven Truth. The name of this program, for those who don't know, is The Proven Truth. Not the Anthony Brown Show. I say it already and I'll keep on saying it because I want people to understand where I'm coming from. Anything that we say on this program can be validated. We can prove it in the court of law, should it be, should the case arise. Anything that we say out of our mouth here, if it is challenged, we can prove it to be factual or to be true. Again, the name of this program is The Proven Truth. What does that mean? We speak of the truth, that which is constant with facts and reality. Constant throughout with facts and reality. That's the type of truth we talk about. We ain't talking about something where we fabricate or something that we go to bed and just dream up or think. No. We could be using our time right now to be participating more in the capitalistic system. We could be out there right now gathering more resources, funds, money, playing in the capitalistic system right now. We could be doing that. We don't have to be here. There is no reason for us to come here and fabricate anything. When we speak the truth. When we talk the truth. And to that end, we can substantiate, prove, back, and if challenged, defend. Here we have a Richard Perk, a puppet to the Louisiana political machine, a yes man to the Louisiana political machine, a pencil pusher, a water boy to the Louisiana political machine, politically active in the local government election of October 2017, who was actually out there, and this, no, look, listen to the presentation, my brothers and sisters. Listen to the presentation. Earlier, I told you that Richard Perk was guaranteed the seat. Remember I said that? I said to you, Richard Perk was guaranteed the seat of Civil District Court. And that's the reason why he feel it beneath him to answer questions from the general public, even when he's on a radio station like WBOK and the phone rings off the hook. Let me tell you something, man. I've been at WBOK a couple of times, and once that phone ring, them answering that crap. I'm telling you, they're answering that phone. They're answering that phone. You feel what I'm saying? So we understand the fact that because you was promised a seat, you think you don't have to answer nobody's question. And we know when you have these so-called debates, you are cushioned and ushered by the questions that's been posed to you, and by the influence that not only you have, Richard Perk, but your mom, Trish Malonzo, have. Look, we know this, bro. Yeah, we didn't go to these institutions of indoctrination like you did. But that is the reason why we are outsmarting your ass. Because we use what our God give us. Our nugget, our brain cells. That's what we use. You can't tell us to abide by your guardian books. You keep that to yourself. Here we have Richard Perk, who was out there doing the dirty work of the Louisiana political machine by removing people from the ballot. Removing people from the ballot last year, October. Right? Illegally doing that too. Using trump up or misapplying the law to do that. Now again, you know, this cat is an attorney. Yeah, he went to law school. Yeah, him have law degree. Hoorah! Him have law degree. He's a part of that private club you call the Bar Association. That private club you call the Bar Association. Because without that private club, you cannot practice law. You know that. And according to them, without that private club, you can't even understand the written words. They think we so dumb that because we are not a member of the Bar Association, or we didn't go to the institution of higher indoctrination. We cannot understand the written words. And when we read the written words and we interpret it for its true meaning and intent, right, that we are so wrong or we are so way off the reservation. You feel me? The arrogance of these goddamn people, man. The arrogance of these people. No. Yeah, oh, you can't practice law. You don't even know how to interpret it. And then they write it. Yeah, the circular fallacy. Look, so this is what they do. Oh, man, I'm having too much fun right here. So this is what they do. They go and they write it in their books, in their revised statute. What they call it? The illegal practice of law. Okay? So they make sure they have the private club, they call the Bar Association, right? And then they make sure they go to the books, the revised statute, and they write it. So look, if someone don't go to our institution of indoctrination and get this P number or this bar number, they can't practice law. A matter of fact, they can't even tell us how to interpret this law, even when the language itself is unambiguous. You feel what I'm talking about, family? That's how arrogant these people are. We call them God themselves judges. You ever Richard Pearl doing the dirty work of the Louisiana political machine headed by the U.S. Senator Cedric Richmond, and then a criminal, man, stick, come on, let's stick to topic right here. Here we have a Richard Pearl doing the dirty work of the Louisiana political machine by regulating who is on the ballot, when that person can be on the ballot, right? Utilizing their circular fallacy, misapplying, not only utilize, but misapplying what they call in the law, and people who they know for a fact that this law does not apply to, right? To move these people from the ballot. He know that. Brothers and sisters, check this out. Your brother need, let's take a break.
And what it takes to make a solution, fighting against the pressure, oh yeah, battering down the pressure, oh yeah, until the philosophy which hold one race superior and another inferior is finally and permanently discredited and abandoned. Everywhere is war. It's a war that until they're no longer first class and second class citizens of any nation, until the color of a man's skin is of no more significance than the color of his eyes. Miss a war that until the basic human rights are equally guaranteed to all without regard to race. It is a war that until that day, the dream of lasting peace, world citizenship, rule of international morality will remaining but a fleeting illusion to be pursued but never attained. Now everywhere is war, war, and until the ignoble and unhappy regime that hold our brothers in Angola, in Mozambique, South Africa, subhuman bondage, have been toppled, totally destroyed. Well, everywhere is war. There's a war. War in the east, war in the west, war up north, war down south, war, war, rumors of a war. And until that day, the African continent will not know peace. We Africans will fight, we find it necessary, and we know we shall win, as we are confident in the victory of good over evil. Good over evil, yeah. Good over evil.
Welcome back, brothers and sisters, welcome back. Just listening to a track from Bob Marley, the late, great Robert Nesta Marley, and Dennis Brown. You are listening to The Proven Truth. You are listening to The Proven Truth with your brother and host, Anthony Brown, coming to you live from the studio of Radio Gumbo Creole, here in the beautiful territory of New Orleans, Louisiana. To participate in the program, you can dial us at 504-303-8922. To let your voice be heard, you can dial us. We don't sanction. we don't refuse accepting calls here. You know, you can tell us your truth, or you can try to dispute our facts. All right, and you can do that by dialing 504-303-8922. You can also listen to us by dialing 712-432-7883. from your favorite device. You can also check us out on the web. You can listen to us on the web. www.radiogombocreole.net. That's RadioGombokreol.net. Listen to us. You can also check us out on the Facebook. We live stream this and every show on the Facebook at Anthony Brown for Assessor 2017. If you miss this or any other recording or show, you can check us out on the YouTube. You can check us out on the YouTube, where we archive this and every show so that we may have evidence. We may have evidence for future generation to see or to use as a guiding stone. We want to make sure that everything that we do is above ground, and if challenged, we have evidence to prove what we did say and what we did do. I know the fact that we are utilizing this platform to tell the truth, not just our truth, but the truth. Now, it could be argued that is the story from our point of view is one-sided. But I beg to differ. And that is the reason why we don't screen calls. We don't refuse to answer calls. We encourage it. We beg you to call us if you think that what we are saying is not factual, not true, or is, a variation of the truth. Whatever it is that you think, we don't screen calls. And when we answer the phone, we answer it on live radio. So you can call us and tell us your side of the truth. Again, you're listening to The Proven Truth with your brother and host, Anthony Brown. Now, over the first hour of this show, we speak about members of the judiciary, not only members that actually is presently sitting right now on the judiciary or on the bench, or members who form that branch of government we call judiciary, but members or people who are inspired or seek to become a part of that, if for a better word, elite group of people. We recognize the fact that the stream is dirty from the head. Let me say it again. We recognize that the water, the stream, the anarchy, is dirty from the head. We are not saying that it's only members on the lower court that's not abiding by the law, by the rule of law, by the Constitution or the oath of office. No, we are not saying that. We are not saying that it's only people that's on the appellant level that's not abiding by the law, the oath of office, or the Constitution. No, we're not saying that. We are saying that the stream is dirty from the head. In the territory of New Orleans, we have the Louisiana Supreme Court, which comprises of 7 individuals that refer to themselves as judges. I'm sorry again. That was false. Let me take that back. No, they don't refer to themselves as judges. You see? We're checking ourselves here, people. We're checking ourselves here. They refer to themselves, 6 of the 7 refer to themselves as associated justice, and 1 as the chief judge, chief justice. That's how you address them. Chief judge, associated judge. The lay person do say judge, you know. Give them title. But again, we recognize that the stream is dirty from the head. Who is the head of the Louisiana Supreme Court? Bernadette J. Johnson. Bernadette J. Johnson. Now, the question can be asked, why you say that? When you take what is known as the oath of office, brothers and sisters, each and every public official take what is known as the oath of office. That oath of office is to recognize the Constitution of the United States of America and the Constitution of this or any other territory within the Union. Every single elected official that takes an oath of office within their presiding territory, first and foremost, must pledge allegiance to the United States Constitution. Who is your daddy? Who is your daddy? The United States Constitution supersedes the territory, the Constitution of this territory and the other 49 territories. Within the United States Constitution, Article 6, I'll check it myself. I think Article 6, Clause 2, we call or refer to the Supremacy Clause. Let me check it while I'm talking. Let me check how I'm talking. Right? It's the Supremacy Clause. Okay? All right, yeah, I'm right. Oh, man. You see, family? I know my shit. Let me read this briefly to you. It's short. This is what the Supremacy Clause to the United States Constitution says. This Constitution and the laws of the United States, which shall be made in pursuant thereof, and all treaties made, or which shall be made, under the authority of the United States, shall be the supreme law of the land, And the judges in every state shall, did it say the judge in Louisiana or the judge in Montana, California, Texas, Mississippi, Georgia? No. And the judges in every state shall be bound thereby. Anything in the Constitution or laws of any state to the contrary, notwithstanding. No, notwithstanding, family, is a legal term. You see? This right here is my ironclad contract. This is my document right here. So when I'm telling you that the stream is dirty from the head in the judiciary here in Louisiana, follow me. Follow me. Anything to the contrary is null and void of law. Anything. So when they tell you about the revised statute, and that's family, look, I'm gonna one of these days, let me tell you something, there's just so much topic and issue to talk about. Sometimes the issue is just inside my brain, inside my head, and it just try to come out, but it cannot come all at once. We have to break it down. Because that's the reason why I tell people, and I'm just the conduit, that there is no judge. Yeah, they call themselves goddamn judges. That's the title. But what does that mean? When the United States Supreme Court says something is unconstitutional or it's wrong, it's unconstitutional or it's wrong. When the United States Supreme Court, in so many different precedents or case law, say that there is no such thing or there is no judge within these United States since the 1700s, because what they are interpreting is not the Constitution but statutes and codes. Who is Anthony Brown to say otherwise? And that issue I endorse, and I believe that's true and factual. When you go inside these courts, my brothers and sisters, these goddamn judges don't give a damn about the Constitution, and yet still they take an oath to up. This is off the chisel, man. This is off the chisel. Here we have the United States Constitution. I asked a question several times to a lot of these people who call themselves judges. I said to them, look, can you please inform me as a lay person, as a person who is not a part or a member of the Bar Association, that private club, as a person who is not a member of the Judicial Committee, where can I find the legal authority by which you guys abide by? Because I know it's not the Constitution. And because it's not the Constitution, you guys must make that be known not only to me, but the general public. I asked Bernadette Johnson that. Now, Bernadette J. Johnson is the Chief Justice for the Louisiana Supreme Court, representing the 7th District. Because of actors like Richard Perk working on behalf or as a foot soldier for the Louisiana political machine, removing people from the ballot illegally October 2017, misapplying the law as we know it. We had 6 candidates. Well, let's back up. There were 7 candidates that a challenge was posed to the candidacy by the political machine and criminal actors like Errol G. Williams, power hungry, seeking Errol G. Williams. Been occupied that seat since 1985 and using that seat and authority to rob the people of New Orleans blind. But because of the political machine and the criminal enterprise that they have here in New Orleans, they could not afford to have grassroots candidates who are willing to represent the will of the people here in New Orleans, who grassroots candidates who don't give a damn about the capitalistic system generating revenue for the political elites. They couldn't afford to have these grassroots candidates on the ballot. So they misapplied the law to get these candidates off. So here you have 7 candidates who qualify for a public office. One of these candidates was challenged because of his party affiliation. The other 6, to include the brother, full disclosure, was challenged because of this trump-up misapplication law that they use against us. Now, to include myself, you had one more brother who went into the civil district court and won. Now, that brother, I'm not going to call his name. He didn't give me permission to call his name. He's not a public official, so I'm going to respect his privacy. But he won. But that brother didn't pose a threat to the establishment. So they leave him alone. Because, look, I cannot think for them, but maybe, or from where I'm standing, they think that maybe, look, we can turn him if we need to. But to Anthony Brown, you can't look in my face because I'm going to run you like there's no tomorrow. So this is what they did. And as I tell you guys before, your brother, I don't care which continent, which one of the 7 continents you want to go on, you will not find a criminal record for your brother. I never spent one day in jail. I was never ever convicted of a crime. A matter of fact, if truth be told, I was the one always on the side of law enforcement. I got that in my background, brothers and sisters. You see what I'm talking about? Now, let's go to the law. Let's see what the law says. Not that watered out version, what they call the revised statute. You know? Not that circular fallacy bullshit, what they call law or revised statute. Let's go to the law. What is the law, brothers and sisters? For my Facebook fans and for the listening audience, in my hand is a copy of the Louisiana Constitution. This is the law. Now, let me read Article 1, Section 10 of the Louisiana Constitution for you. Paragraph B. A matter of fact, Section 10 deals with right to vote, semicolon, disqualification from seeking or holding an elected office. Okay? So, Here we have people on the ballot. Grassroots candidate. Candidate who is the first time, because of the injustice that's happening on a mass level, see it fit to enter this whole political arena. This is what Section 10B says. Listen carefully, brothers and sisters. Now, if this happened, or if this is applicable to any one of the 7 candidates. Now look, let me tell you something. I know it's deep. It's deeper than just the 7 candidates that was under the ballot last year. They have been doing this crap, this criminal conspiracy, this criminal act, this gangster process for years, just to regulate who is on the ballot. But nobody before ever pick up this goddamn law and read it. Nobody ever pick up the law and read it. Now, the law... Let me read this thing for you, man. B. Disqualification. The following persons shall not be permitted to qualify as a candidate for elective public office or take public elective office or appointment of honor, trust, or profit in this state. 1. A person who have been convicted within this state of a felony and who has exhausted all legal remedies. Come on. You see that, my brothers and sisters? So what I said right here, even if you're convicted, if you don't exhaust all the legal remedy that's there for you, that won't stop you from running public office. Okay? Okay. Okay, let's move along. Let's move along. So let's go back. So disqualification. The following person shall not be permitted to qualify as a candidate of honor, comma, trust, comma, or profit in this state. 1. A person who has been convicted within the state of a felony and who has exhausted all legal remedies, or who has been convicted under the laws of any other state or of the United States or of any foreign government or country of a crime which in this state would be a felony, and who has exhausted all legal remedies and has not afterward be pardoned either by the governor or the state or by the officer of the state. Full stop. We can stop right there. You follow? No, that's the law. That's the law, family. You're going to tell me that Bernadette Johnson, the chief judge or the chief justice of the Louisiana Supreme Court, Greg G. Guthrie, Associate Justice of the Louisiana Supreme Court, representing the 1st District, Scott J. Crucian, Associate Justice of the Louisiana Supreme Court, representing the 2nd District, James T. Genovese, however you want to pronounce that, Association. Now, this is my argument. If that's what you're telling me, that means you are making my argument for me much easier. If they don't know this document, or if they don't know what I just read to you a while ago, to be true and factual and be the law, that means they are collecting a compensation on a false pretense. They are robbing the people of what is rightfully theirs. They are taking pay illegally or fraudulently. This is the law. This is the only reason that they can remove somebody from the ballot or disqualify a candidate if a candidate commits a crime. We're going to show you, we're going to cement this argument another time by showing you how what's going on right here, right now with the Latoya Cantrell, mayor-elect, and Jeff Landrum. Right now there's a legal battle going on between those two. And if you notice, it was filed in criminal district court, not civil district court, as it was in our case, filed in civil district court. Look in this court place right here. And to the extent that these gangster organization, or that these people who we call elected officials will go to regulate who is on the ballot and when. They don't care that they are misapplying the law, not applying the law, or causing people harm. They don't care about that. It's about self-preservation. Now, for those of you who catch it and smart enough, will recognize that earlier I said that there was 7 justices on the bench, the Louisiana Supreme Court. But I always refer to only 5. And there's a reason why. There's a reason why. And I'm going to tell you. Because I inform all these justices already. I tell them, I say, look, I'm going to make John Public fully aware of who is doing the job and who is not doing the job. So what I'm saying to you right now, family, don't take it as in a surprise. Your brother already tell these so-called justices that I would be doing what I'm doing right now. I told them already, both individually and collectively. I told them that I was going to be doing this because you, my brothers and sisters out there in media land, need to know that these employees, your employees, ain't doing what they contracted to do. You need to know that. And me, being your brother, gonna inform you because I know you don't have the time to check upon these employees. Right? So I'm gonna assist you in checking on these employees whether or not they are doing what they're supposed to do. And I'm here to tell you, I'm making a report right now. They're not. Away from Jefferson D. Hughes III, Associated Justice, 5th District, and John L. Weimer, Associated Justice, 6th District. Those are the only 2 justices, or associated justices, we, the people of Louisiana, supposed to endorsing or giving a paycheck to right now. Nobody else. Nobody else. And the Louisiana Supreme Court, which is the highest court in this territory, there is only 2 law-abiding, constitutionally respected, oath of office associated justice sitting on the bench right now. One representing the 5th District and one representing the 6th District. Jeffrey D. Hughes III and John L. Weimer. These are the only 2 persons on the Louisiana Supreme Court who recognize or who is honoring the oath of office to abide by the will of the people and to institute or apply the Constitution to the United States and the Constitution of Louisiana. Brothers and sisters, from a Facebook family, documentation right here. Anything we say on this show, we can prove it. That's the reason why it is known as the proven truth and not the Anthony Brown truth. We talk about that which we can substantiate through facts and reality. Here is a document from the Supreme Court of the state of Louisiana. That's why it is at the top. It is Adam Ivan, Carl Ivan, and Lana Hammond Jr. versus your brother. After I recognized the criminal conspiracy and the criminal act that was being conducted by this impostor, the person that's called himself the Orleans Parish Assessor, Errol Criminal G. Williams. And after winning in Civil District Court, Errol Imposter G. Williams couldn't afford for Anthony Brown to be on the ballot or to stay victorious, because at that point I would be reducing his unearned revenue of $4.7 billion annually to maybe half that, to maybe around 2 point little billion, because that is what they're supposed to actually be taking in. Everything over that is theft. They are stealing, robbing the people blind here in New Orleans, Louisiana. Errol G. Williams and his gangster crew. That's what they are. They are a gangster, mafia crew. So, they appeal it to the 4th Circuit, Louisiana 4th Circuit Court of Appeal. Who is on the 4th Circuit Court of Appeal? Errol G. Williams' close friends and ally, the likes of Paula Brown. She was the one who write the dissenting or the opinion reversing the lower court decision. Criminal bastard calling yourself a judge. You're supposed to be out there in the public sector fending for yourself like everybody. Hey, family, let me tell you something about Paula Brown. Oh, look, real quick. Let me tell you something, man. When I was growing up, and even right now, even where I'm living, if you come in my community right now and you ask me, nobody ain't giving up shit about me. Nobody don't know me. They're gonna say, look, I don't, are they're gonna protect me. I'm telling you. We went to serve Paula Brown the complaint that we filed against him in federal court. When I say we, I wasn't the one who served it. According to their rules, it would be illegal and immoral and all that fancy stuff, right? But I I happen to accompany the person, you know, because I just want to make certain that, look, this complaint was delivered, you know. So the person who was delivering the complaint, for that person's safety to escort that person. We pull up to Paula Brown's house, right? Here goes, you have somebody inside the house, because at this time she wasn't the first person. We went to the chief judge first after Louisiana 4th Circuit Court of Appeal. What's his name again? McKay or something like that, right? We went to his house first and served his ass. Then when we went to his house, I know by the time we reached then we went to Curl Reese, that criminal bastard that sit on the bench in Civil District Court too. You know, it started to circulate. So here we are now, end up at Paula Brown's house. Knock on the door. This voice, like an old lady. Man, that crap was funny, man. Like an old. I'm not dressed. I'm in the bathroom. What you want? The person said, we're looking for Paula Brown. Oh, she not here. She not here. Huh? Look, we never know better. You know what I mean? I said, like, oh, can you just push it on the door? The person who was serving the summons said, no. Here we have this lady walking our dog. This lady walking our dog, right? Saw the person out there trying to serve the summon. And she was like, what's going on? I said, look, I'm trying to serve the summon. Man, look, that car right there, that's her car. She's there. She's inside the house. Her neighbor was like, yeah, she's there. She's inside the house. That's her car right there. Anytime you see that car right there, that's her. You know something? She don't want answer. The lady tell us exactly where she was. Yeah. The lady out there walking her dog tell us exactly where Paula Brown worked. It's not that we didn't know. That we did know. We didn't know that it was her car that parked up outside here. We didn't know that. Right? We didn't know that. But that just goes to show you the type of individual or person she is within her own community to the point where apparently she got neighbors inside who don't like her ass neither. If she don't, she's inside here, and if she don't answer, go by her work, go by her job. She work, give us the address and telephone number, everything the lady give us. It was something. But family, this is what we're talking about. The stream is dirty from the head. The stream is dirty from the head. Now, this is an issue we're going to keep on the forefront, you know. We're going to keep this issue on the forefront. Again, because in another 2 weeks' time, a matter of fact, come Saturday, is what you call early voting. Right? And we have candidates like the likes of a Richard Perk. We're gonna talk some more about this Richard Perk guy, you know. Because the people of New Orleans need to know who Richard Perk is and his connection Are we going to be exposing that? Or letting you know that? Who Richard Perk is? And as we stated to you already, Richard Perk refused from even when he's on the air, right, in these media houses, failed to take question from the general public. Brothers and sisters, as usual, man, as usual, you know, this is one of the shortest 2 hours on radio ever. This is your brother, Anthony Brown, saying much love, peace.